So hello, well today I'd like to take a look at a book which I really like, which was, this guy and me, we had a lot in common in our mindset, because, what are you doing over there though, innit? Scrattivating it is, innit? In the hedgerows. This chap, Johnny Kingdom, I think his real name was Walter John Kingdom, in actual fact. Obviously that was his nickname, Johnny. Real hero of mine, actually. He was born in 1939. Sadly, he left us in a tragic accident whilst he was in a digger, I believe, and it rolled over. I'll explain later. But this guy represents Exmoor. I'm sorry, I'm such a cheapskate. I always buy the library books, innit? So what happened was, this chap was a forester, okay, and well, he used to cut down trees for a living. Very dangerous, trust me, very dangerous. And one time he had, I think it was a series of oaks that he was cutting, and they all hung up. And what hung up means is that they don't fall, they kind of catch in other trees, and that is the most dangerous sort of moment you would have as a forester. And so he was using a tractor. He's from the village of High Bray, by the way, in Exmoor, which is one of my favourite places on earth. I hope I can one day return to Exmoor. High Bray, or Braytown, I think they called it. So, with the story, so what happened was he was using a chain with a tractor to try and pull these trees out of the hang-up, and something broke on the rig, and a massive piece of metal smashed through the back, well, into the cab, and right into his face, took out most of his teeth, nearly killed him. I mean, blood was just bloody pouring out, no pun intended. And he managed to somehow, I don't know how he did it, a real hero, he somehow managed to get back to home, where his wife just was screaming, you know, thinking, what the hell, his wife Julie, and they got him to hospital, and he was eventually fixed. But because of his horrific injuries, and I can empathise with this, because I've had the same sort of thing myself, he lost a lot of confidence and was really depressed. Luckily, a local neighbour gave him a video camera, and he became a wildlife photographer, an enthusiast, which is, and my God, did he ever take some wonderful videos. Know that name, Johnny Kingdom, because you should look it up on the internet. There's a website, they'll still be selling the videos that he used to make. So he led a very active life. There he is in the Brayford football team. And he was even a choir boy. Oh my God, can you believe that? I wouldn't have been a choir, hey, stop it. That's him with his headmistress. He was a wonderful local character and an expert on wildlife. And I can highly recommend this book to anybody that is interested in anything remotely with wildlife. It's full of lovely pictures. He could tickle trout out of a stream. And now that's a really gifted skill. For anybody that doesn't know what that is, it's when you fish, trout is a fish, obviously, it likes to stay out the sun, and it goes under the banks of a river. And if you're an expert, you can creep up on them, and you can get your hands, and you can feel for them gently, you'll feel its little tummy, and then you can tickle it. You can tickle that little monkey, and you can grasp it in your hands. I'm hoping I'll come across the pages where he's tickling the trout. Probably not, knowing my luck. Never happens, does it, with when I'm doing book reviews. So anyway, you can get it. So he's probably just tickled that trout. You can get it so that there it is. That's it. This is the action of it, right? You can get it so that effectively, that's the Tar Steps, by the way. That's a very famous bridge in Exmoor, very ancient bridge in Exmoor. Wonderful place to go. Please visit. They'll love you down there. Somerset. Devon, North Devon, and the cider's excellent. But what you can do is you can tickle this trout and you can just chuck it out of the water. And of course they're doing it for food. I mean, these techniques were learnt whilst people were starving, hungry, starving, marving, isn't it? So that's what that was all about. But these are old skills that you won't probably I'm making up my own words now. So there's all sorts of characters down there, to be honest with you, in North Devon and Somerset, and this book's awesome. It goes through his entire well, he was a soldier as well, massive respect to that. Yeah, there you go, massive respect to the man. A national serviceman, but still massive respect, you know. My dad was a national serviceman, but turned sort of like they turned him into a professional, although he didn't really want it. Johnny Kingdom is most famous for his videos of the red stags on Exmoor, and they are awesome videos. Please visit his website. I'll leave a link in the description box below. In it. So there he is, working as a woodsman in his youth and before the dreadful accident, you know, logging trees. Yeah, very dangerous, really bloody dangerous job, I can tell you. Excuse me, I've got the wind. Anyway, he was an awesome fella, and he wrote quite a few books, and this one is called Bambi and Me. Bambi was a deer that he rescued. I think it was caught in a fence, quite severely injured, and I think memory serves me, I think it lost a leg, and Johnny knew that it would not survive in the wild, you know, without yeah, it did. It's lost a leg there, look at it. He knew it wouldn't survive in the wild without help, so he took it on as a pet, can you believe it? And he looked after it for years, and he loved the little creature. He loved it. He used to call it Bambi. He used to go Bambi, and he used to run up to him with its 3 legs. Bless that little creature. And it obviously massively gave a huge amount of love to his family. And there they all are with here he is, as proud as Punch. And there's the deer that he's rescued. Awesome. It grew up. It had a long life, long and lovely life. And so there's that book. There's the information if you need it. There's the ISBN number. You see, that always gets you straight to the thing if you want it. And here we go, West Country Tales. This is another book that he did, and it's really awesome. They're fantastic yarns, these are. Really love them. And you'd ask yourself, really, I'll give you the ISBN for that one as well. You'd ask yourself, why am I so connected with the West Country? Well, the answer is because I used to go surfing, right? And the only place you could surf was in North Devon, when I used to go down to Croyd Bay, and you probably think, you know, whatever. But no, it's true. I wasn't in Croyd at this point in time, I must admit. I was in Lanzarote, innit? Lanzarote. But yo hablo español or what is it? I can't remember now, innit? What's as well? También, I think it is. Yo hablo en español también. Me gusta. I remember the hardest thing I learned in Spanish was 1999. Look it up on Google. Anyway, that's me. That's the slimmer me surfing in Lanzarote in 1998. There's a clue to the 1999. Big G's, innit? All good, baby. All good. Thanks ever so much for watching, and this is rolling on now. All the very best. Please go and look for these books. Give us some support to his family. Tragically lost bloke. Really top man. Top bloke. Top filmographer of wildlife. I'll leave a link, as I say, to the website below. All the very best wishes. Cheers.